Personal-wise, I'm still extremely confident with the guys in the room that we can get the job done, and we're obviously upset about it. But at the end of the day, everybody has a role, and we just got to be on point 100% of the time.
J-Ron was pretty outspoken. He's saying it's a gut check type of moment. Are you feeling the same way? Are
Yeah.
you pissed off about it?
Yeah, absolutely. But the great thing about it is that we have an opportunity to fix it, and this is what practice is for. This is what this week's about, and still an opportunity to change the narrative. And I feel like again, it's back to the details, the little things. Things that unless you're in that room or you really understand what's going on, you might miss it. But again, I don't think it's anything to do with players, coaching. We're all on this team together. We got to make sure that we're on point. And that's just what it takes, just homing in on the little things.
What's been the message from DQ, coming out of these last two? You guys were rolling. It just seems like it's.
You just can't really listen to. Well, that's one thing I feel like we do great as a group. We don't really listen to the outside noise. And at the end of the day, regardless of what anyone has to say, it's about those guys in that room. It's about the people that's in here. And we gotta focus on us, now more than ever.
Do you feel like it's just overreaction week to week in the NFL? Like good game, bad game, and then it's.
Yeah, and I don't really pay too much attention because again, can't really listen to people who've never, either been in this position or been at this level. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? But end of the day, I know, what I got in this role. I know what the coaches, what everyone brings to the table. And again, we just got to worry about us. We take care of the little things. We take care of in-house, we'll be fine. And then, people are going to talk good, they're going to talk bad about you, they're just going to talk, period, and that's what it is. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Neville, what makes Dalvin Cook such a
Pardon?
What makes Dalvin Cook such a challenging back to face? Y'all faced a lot of good backs already this year. How is he?
He's a great runner, man. Downhill runner. He makes things happen. So again, a lot of people, look at it as a challenge. I think it's just another opportunity that we have, to make sure that we perform. Again, they got a great running offense. They're having a really solid season so far. But, we got to worry about us. We got to focus on us and make sure we're at our best come Sunday.
You say that you can't really understand what the details are unless you're in the room.
Yeah.
We're not in the room. Help us understand so we can explain to people what we're missing.
It's just more so it's like, technical things, just making sure we're on the same page, communication, just making sure the moment's not too big for us. Those are the things that, again, when you're going through it day in and day out, you see the guys, you see the amount of work that they put in. I'll never discredit any of my guys, any of my coaches, anybody, because I know the work that we put in. I know how far, everybody has came. I know what it took to get to this point, so I'll never speak against anybody or anything. All I know is that, we got to make sure that we're on point, and, we talk about the run game, I'm on the D-line. As a defense, of course, we're going to be upset about it because, that's us. We're expected to take care of business. So when we don't, we definitely make sure that, we focus on that and do our best to make sure that, they can count on us. So. Yes and no. Because obviously, who likes to lose, right? Yeah, everybody. The goal is to come out on top. So when you don't, obviously, it's a self-reflecting thing. But I think it's also good because you get to look at what what didn't work or what needs to change, or just things that you just need to put more emphasis on. So I just look at it as another opportunity for real.
What's something you personally want to put more emphasis on?
Again, my biggest thing is always making sure, you can never spend too much time on technique, your communication, and just understand the knowledge of the game. You're playing against somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who's been in the league, I believe, since before I was even born. So,
yeah.
You talk about the experience and, system expertise, that's something I feel like I have, but I just got to spend more time on, and just doing whatever it takes to make sure that I'm best at my role and what the team has for me. So, so for me, it's always little things, technique. I don't question our effort and how hard we play. I feel like everybody gives 110%. They wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. But I just feel like it's details, little things, and at this level, little things can become big things if you don't, do what you got to do.
What's the challenge of you want to make your plays, you want to be able to help your team as much as possible, but sometimes people press trying to make those plays and end up.
I just feel like in general, like again, we got so many dogs on our team. We got so many guys that just take the shot because in reality they know they can make it. But I feel like one thing about football teaches you, it teaches you to be really selfless. Sometimes you can make the play by not making the play. So I feel like we get back to those basics. I feel like it's gonna help us for sure. So I mean, I know that's something that I've been working on. Sometimes just doing your job to the best of your abilities, that's making a play within itself. So
Yeah. I like that, making the play with not making it.
yeah.
You guys realize too until you stop it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what our job. Our job is to make sure, make sure that we stop that. But I wouldn't blame any other team. They watch the film.
Say, oh, look at that.
Yeah, but we'll get it right. I'm confident we'll get it right. So I don't have no negative thing. We're gonna get it right, man. I'm confident with the guys in the room.
Have to deal with.
Yeah, hey, I feel like every game's it's the NFL, man. Every game's tough.